with Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
A double header of a Friday here on Monster RX93.1 in October. Indeed, is a very, very important month, especially in these trying times. According to the WHO, World Mental Health Day was actually October 10th. And the thing there is, it is also celebrated all throughout the month. It is actually to bring awareness of our mental health. It is a self-awareness month. And these ladies, just like the Avengers, just like the Powerpuff Girls, yeah, did I get it right? They bonded and they are making a difference by creating great songs of empowerment. We have Trisha, we have Lumi, we got Kotoji, we got KIRI, and got Marian. Ladies and gentlemen, they have an EP called My Safe Place, and they are here live with us on the Monster. Hi, ladies.
Hi. Thank you for having us.
How are you girls doing? Okay, we have to get you on a vocal ID. So kindly introduce yourselves one by one for the listeners on the radio.
Hello, everyone. I am Trisha Denise, and I'm a singer-songwriter from the Philippines.
Hi, I'm Lumi. I'm a pop soul singer from the Philippines. Hi, I'm Kotoji. I'm an indie rock singer-songwriter from Singapore.
Hi guys, I'm KIRI. I'm a singer-songwriter from Singapore.
Hey everyone, I'm Marian Carmel. I'm a singer-songwriter based in Singapore, but 100% Filipino.
Hey, okay. Hi, ladies. Thank you for taking time to join us. For those that are watching on video, I gotta dress up extra nice. Why? Because these ladies are here to share with us, some great news. Okay, so the album, of course, My Safe Place is it's a collection of different songs that you guys wrote of empowerment. Now, what's the inspiration behind this? Anyone can answer?
So basically, the My Safe Place project is a cross-cultural collaboration between Singapore and the Philippines, spearheaded by Aora Global and Star Pop. So really, the reason why this came together was because, after, and technically now we're still in a pandemic, we've kind of realized that it's really affected everyone on a very great scale. It's brought up a lot of, I think, issues and things that we've never really had to face head on before. And, talking about mental health and stuff, it can be very difficult to open up those conversations even casually. And we felt like music is a very powerful tool and a universal language that can be used to help kickstart some of those much needed conversations. And so, we were being selected to put this together, and we are here now. We're really, really happy and honored to be here.
And for you girls to, you guys wrote the music, you ladies, and then you put it all together. I mean, how did it feel upon meeting each other for the first time to be in one studio? Did you guys listen to each other's songs? Like, let's have a listening party before we drop the album or the EP.
Yes, actually. So we were working on the project in different countries because, of course, some of us were based in Singapore, some of us were based in the Philippines. So in terms of like writing the music and working on the actual music, we had to do it in different places. But the listening party was when we first got together. Of course, it was online, and we were hanging out, if that constitutes to hanging out. But we just listened to the entirety of the EP, and a lot of us felt really, really emotional about it because we all saw ourselves in each other's songs. And I think that's a testament to how much we can relate to each other, and also the songs that we've individually put out, because it really does help people heal. And I hope that a lot of the people who listen to it can feel the same way as well.
And speaking about it actually makes a lot of difference. What more of singing about it, what more of getting it out there and people hearing it. I mean, what are the reactions so far when you guys had the song out, Trisha? When people heard it, when you were going through it and then you started recording it? How did people react to it?
Well, I mean, I reacted. I was very emotional writing the song. So it was hard for me to put it out there, if I'm being quite honest,
Mm.
because I was being so vulnerable with the song Cracks, and which is part of the album. And it it feels weird, and at the same time I feel like I was not alone when I received messages that, oh, the song helped me realize things about myself as well. And I that's the beauty of music. I started to love songwriting even more, because knowing that there are people who go through the same thing as you makes me realize that you don't have to be scared or feel like you're putting something out there that won't be accepted, because it will be accepted. There are a lot of people who'll be able to relate to it.
And it's great to have somebody with you when you go through something, right? It's different when you're alone. I mean, you're at home and you feel so empty and you could only do so much. Of course, the song Cracks is what she wrote. It's all about embracing your imperfections because it is what makes you the best you can be no matter what the world brings, and enjoy the journey. So this is their little presser that we're sharing for those that are tuning in. We have the ladies of My Safe Place, the EP. Is that the group called now? Is it what's the group called? I guess forming a girl group.
No.
Not really, at least not at this point.
Oh,
Really, we
cool.
all came together as like independent artists to make this happen. So we don't
Uh,
really have an official group name. We don't know whether things will come from this. It's for everyone to find out. We really don't know. We can't say.
Because you girls sound so lovely. We're playing My Safe Place, a song in the background. So if you guys are not
Oh,
able
thank
to hear it,
you.
but here on the radio, you guys could hear it as we interview you girls and get to know the songs. Of course, the contributions of music, Lumi. Which song did you write? And tell us about the song that you wrote.
Actually, my track "Surrender" was written by Sir Rock Santos and Trisha Denise. For me, it was more about the delivery, and I remember when I first heard the song, I just wanted to cry because I could relate to it so much, and the song means like sometimes we feel like we have so much problems with, but we don't want to burden anyone, so we tend to keep it all in ourselves. But
Mm.
the song means that you are not alone and you are loved by many people, your friends, your family, and it's okay to let go and share your problems, because there are a lot of people that will listen to you, and surrendering doesn't mean that you're weak, it's a sign of bravery. So yes.
And when it comes to surrendering and talking to somebody, for you ladies, I mean, who would you open up to? Is it a significant other? Is it a parent? Is it a grandmother? Who is it that you mostly open up to? I mean, because there are many people that are tuned in. They're like, all right, cool. I'm ready to speak to who? You know what I mean? It's like one of those, okay, who am I going to talk to? Am I just going to post it online? Is it, how does it go for you, Lumi?
For me is I've told this a lot of times, but it's about having like a good support system for you,
Mm.
because having maybe one two people that you can share a lot to. Like for me, I have my best friend and my dog. My dog is like my support system. So it doesn't have to be like a person. You can write songs, you can write a journal or anything like that. As long as you let it out, don't keep it to yourself.
It's such a great outlet when you're writing something. And yes, dogs are amazing and pets are amazing because you could come home to them and they are excited to see you without even judging what you've gone through the whole day. It's like unconditional. I think that's the truest form of unconditional love, right? You know what I mean? And okay, so of course, Kotoji, tell us a song that you've written.
So my song is called Survive, and I wrote it as sort of a it's meant to be to be a companion during a dark time. And so, when I was writing the song, I was thinking a lot about my friends and loved ones who struggle with mental illnesses. Because, one thing that I think people don't always talk about is the fact that when you are struggling with a mental illness, you go through certain cycles of on a frequent basis. And
Mm,
that process in itself is really, really difficult. And it doesn't really always get addressed. But I think, it can also make one feel helpless as if, why is it that I'm still going through the same thing all the time? But there is strength in that because
mm,
even though, yes, they go through it, again and again and again, each time they go through it, they know how to cope better. They are going through something really tough and they always make it out on the other side anyway. So Survive is really meant to be that form of encouragement and to acknowledge that, yes, while what you're going through is difficult, you have strength inside you that you can honor, and no matter what, you will make it through. So that's kind of what Survive is about.
and thank you for penning that. You know what I mean? For you to go through, for people to go through an anxiety. I didn't even know what anxiety was until everything was happening, and then I felt anxious, and I was like, "Wow!" And I wasn't eating for a week, and then I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And my friends are like, "Dude, you're depressed." I'm like, "I am." Like, yeah, there's no like there's no telling, and it hits you when you wake up. You're not
Yeah.
aware of these things. Like your body feels like sometimes you can't breathe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take a listen to your songs, especially Survivor, and I'm gonna take a
Thank
listen to
you.
this, and of course, and see. I mean, for you to express it with a pen and paper and record it, how was that journey?
It was wow. I mean, to be honest, when we were conceptualizing even the song and the idea of the song, I guess for me, it kind of came out quite naturally. At the
Mm,
time when I wrote it, I genuinely at the time I had a friend, one of my closest friends, who was really going through such a hard time, and I was by their side through the whole thing. And I have a lot of friends from abroad, and I can't be there for them physically because we're not in the same country. And even if you're there online with them like in a call or something, it always feels like it's not enough. And
mm,
so I remember when I was writing the lyrics, I really wanted to come from a place whereby I'm not just saying, "Oh, you can do it. It'll be fine. Like just breathe. It's okay." Because it's not okay. What you're going through is really hard, and I wanted to acknowledge all those parts, but in the end still encourage them to keep holding on because they can and they've done it before. It's not like this is new. You've been here. And it was also my way of kind of giving my friends and loved ones something like a voicemail or a voice note that they can always return to if I can't be there with them in real time. Yeah.
and that's such a source of strength, right? I mean, you can only go on TikTok and watch all the videos.
Yeah.
Sometimes on right on Instagram, and like, okay, that's my source of strength for today. But what's for tomorrow and the next day and the next day? You know what I mean? And it is true. It is all about learning how to cope and then building that strength as you get stronger every single day. Thank you for that. And also,
Welcome.
get well soon. Kiri, tell us about this.
So the third track of the album is called Get Well Soon. It's actually written by Sir Rock Santos and also Trisha Denise. The song essentially is, I think a lot of the time we're really harsh on ourselves, and
Mm,
on during those dark times we kind of look for validation, look for hope, look for motivation in other outlets, or from other people. But a lot of the times I think we should realize that it has to come from ourselves. And
mm.
so Get Well Soon is all about self motivating, that I will get well soon, I will be happy, and I will be all right. So with that, essentially, it is that if your physical body needs a checkup, so does your mental health. So you just have to take care of yourself, and you have to be self motivated and positive that everything will be all right, and it will be all right.
And it starts from within, right? As you go on with this, of course, the interview, you're learning so much self-awareness, self-actualization. It's
Correct.
also a great thing. You could have a great mental health, but if your body is not mentally fit as well, then you'll be like, oh, how come I kind of feel bad right now? Maybe you just need a slice of bread. Maybe you just need some carbs in your body, right? Or maybe a pint of
That's
ice
true.
cream to get you
Correct.
there. But of course, that is a good mental check as well. And there's always that stigma when people say, "Hey, mental," they're like, "Oh, what's wrong with you? You have to go see." But especially nowadays with social media, with the like button, right, and people chasing the numbers, it does make a whole lot of difference. Especially on the daily thing. My safe place, the EP. We have some more of the artists that are joining us. Of course, track number 6, or make it another track, is by Marian Carmel. This one's Wish That I Could Tell Me. What's this about?
So like the title suggests, these are the things that I wish I could tell myself. So, back when I was 19, it comes from a really personal place. Back when I was 19, I was diagnosed with panic disorder, and I had to go for therapy. I had to take medication, but it came to a point where it felt like nothing that I was doing was helping, and it felt like I was doing all of these things, but then I was really frustrated because the healing wasn't linear, and I can't expect it to be, right? So, now that I'm 25, it's 6 years later, and I mean, I'm still here. So, I feel like I've really learned how to cope with it, even though at that point in time it felt like there was no there was nothing that I could do. Um, so I guess, as the person that I am 6 years later, I just wanted to give like a little time capsule, a little letter to myself, um, that version of myself, to like um assure that person, like hold her and be like, hey, it's gonna be okay. Because I know that wherever I am in life, even now as a 25-year-old, I'm struggling with like my own stuff, right? Like quarter life crisis and whatever. But like, I know that the version of myself maybe like 5 years later would also look at me and be like, hey, it's gonna be okay, because you're gonna get to 30, you're gonna get to 40, you're gonna get to 50. So this song is kind of like for everyone who is going through that time at the moment, for them to know and be assured that there is a future and that you'll get there eventually.
It's amazing that you guys really took time, recorded these songs, and get it out there. It's very courageous. And I gotta get. I mean, there's a lot of people clapping their hands for you, ladies. And now you guys are all here in the Philippines. Is there a special show you guys are doing? Is there like some meet and greets?
We had a special show we were doing. Actually, we were invited to be part of Jonathan Manalo's Mr. Music 20th anniversary concert. I think it was a huge thing for us because we had just come from a show in Singapore on the 12th of October where we were actually holding a concert for the release of the EP. And I think for all of us, being on that huge stage really meant so much to all of us to be alongside such legends of OPM. And we're always very, very thankful to Sir Jonathan for having us be part of that lineup. And since then, we've been doing a couple of interviews. I think we also did actually another acoustic like live gig just yesterday at Empty Stomach with I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher her name. Yes,
Asel Bisa.
Aisel
Yeah.
Lisa, of course. Yeah, Aisel.
Yeah, we did the
Okay.
Wish Bus
Oh, we
the
did
other
Wish Bus
day.
too, yeah.
We're doing Pie night long after this.
Yeah.
Look at you girls on a tour of empowerment. That's what it's about. But of course,
Thank you.
thank you, ladies, for joining us. Of course, you have Trisha, Lumi, Kotoji, Kira, and Marian. They are joining us. The EP is My Safe Place. Invite everybody. How can they listen to the song? Request for it here on the Monster at RX931. Go ahead, ladies.
So our My Safe Place EP, which is a cross-cultural collaboration between Singapore and the Philippines, specifically AR Global and Star Pop, is now out everywhere on all digital streaming platforms on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, YouTube. And also you can find the music video and lyric videos on Star Music YouTube channel. This is a project for mental health and it's not just an EP for EP's sake. Part of the proceeds will actually go to nonprofit organizations in both Singapore and the Philippines. Philippines will be going to Bantai Bata, and for Singapore, we're working with Comchest to donate to Samaritans of Singapore as well as Chanyo Counseling Center. So, while listening to it, not only are you healing yourself, you're also healing others as well. And yeah, you can just say My Safe Place if you like to listen to the group song. But if you like to listen to all individual tracks, which are all on the EP as well, you can talk about, our various titles. Trisha Denise, it's Cracks. For Lumi, it's Surrender. For Kiri, it's Get Well Soon. For myself, Kotoji, it's Survive. And for Marian, it's Wish That I Could Tell Me. And you can follow us on all our various social media platforms. For me, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kotoji, which is KOTOJIII. That's four eyes. And on all music streaming platforms, you can find me at Kotoji.
All of my social media accounts are just at I am Trisha Denise, and we are thankful to everyone who has been listening to the My Safe Place EP. And thank you to everyone who has been requesting it here on RX Monster
Hey, no
Radio.
problem.
Thank you
No
so
problem.
much.
Thank you so much for having us. And please continue streaming My Safe Place EP. And you can follow me on all my social at It's Lumi and Lumi on Spotify.
Hi guys, once again, please do listen to
Nice,
each and every
nice.
one of our songs. They have different meanings, and we really hope that it can resonate and be a companion for you. You can follow me on my socials. It's at Kiri Got Cut, KIRIGOTCUT, and then on my music platforms, you can find me as KIRI Kiri in all caps.
Yeah. Hey everyone, please stream the My Safe Place EP. I hope it means as much to you as it does to all of us. You can find me on social media at Marian Carmel Music. That's just my name with music at the back because that's what I do. Um, and also, if you want to check me out on Spotify and all streaming platforms, you can just look for Marian Carmel.
Can't wait for a documentary that
Thank
you
you for
ladies.
having us.
I can't wait for a documentary. You guys should release a documentary of this journey and how it takes a lot of people. If you have a message for people that are going through something, if they're still trying to win that battle. There are plenty of people tuned in. They are stuck in traffic. That alone, the daily traffic is already a struggle as we drive every day. You know what I mean? But do you have any
Mhm.
message?
For me, it's also check up on your friends. Even randomly, just say hi, ask them how are they, because sometimes we do feel like we don't want to burden anyone, so we tend to keep it all on ourselves. So check up on your friends, check up on your families, and yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess my piece of advice is to just take it one day at a time. Because if you look forward, like, what are you going to do next year or the following years, it's going to be really overwhelming. So
Mm.
just take it one day at a time. Like what we always say, just getting out of bed is already a big achievement. So just make a list of what you can do for today. And at the end of the day, congratulate yourself. You did it.
Yeah, those objective lists really make a difference. You know what I mean? There's like a source of achievement. The little things like clean up your room, fold your clothes, wash your dishes. Yeah, those things really do make a difference.
Yeah, and I guess for me, following up from what Trisha said, life is always like a moving goalpost. And it's very easy to keep on looking forward and looking at what you want, but also sometimes you should take some time to look at where you are and how far you've come and give yourself that credit because yeah, especially with social media and stuff like that, it's very easy to compare yourself to other people. But once you know that actually 2 years ago I wouldn't even dream of being at the place where I am now, or I started out as like a girl from the countryside or whatever. It depends on like what your situation is, but there there is progress and you need to give yourself credit for that.
Thank you for
I
that.
think for me, the most important thing is to, as much as you are going out there, being there for your friends and being there for people, most importantly, you have to be there for yourself. Love yourself first and foremost, and always have hope that things will be all right. You're going to get through it. You're going to do fine. Just have faith and just keep going.
I guess my final piece of advice is kind of bring it all back to the theme of this project as well. On your journey to mental health and looking after yourself, it can be really difficult to know where to start. I know that's kind of usually the issue people have, which is very valid, which is
Mm.
why I guess we're trying to advocate for creating your own safe place, whether that be in a form of media, whether that be with people, whether that be in a physical space itself, or even like a concept. Having something that you can return to that is healthy, that you can return to in times of difficulty or need, or when you just need some time and space to just decompress and process everything that's going on. It's very important to curate that for yourself, and really only you yourself would know what that would be. So I think it's important to take time to figure out what that is, and then use it to also be self-sufficient, so that you yourself can really maintain your own journey. And then at the same time, you never know, through that you could help other people as well.
I mean, with playing the song itself, it's already empowering. Ladies, thank you very much for taking time.
Thank you for having us.
Congratulations once again to Trisha, to Lumi, to Kiri, to Kotoji, to Marian. Congratulations on the song. We hope you guys continue to do this wherever you are in parts of the world, whether you guys are in the group or separately. Continue to empower many people that are listening to your work. And maraming salamat. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Great one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the ladies of My Safe Place. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Indeed, there you have it, monsters. Once again, do tag if you are watching us on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch. Is that RX931? Do tag the people that that needs that extra help. That make that phone call. Take off that mask while you're making that phone call and your video call at home, and smile and reach out to somebody, because you never know what they are going through. And thank you guys for keeping it locked in here. My name is Rico Robles. On behalf of Kayla Rivera, this has been another Monster exclusive interview.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's Hottest.